Hey guys, what's good? You may have noticed, what's good? You may have noticed over the past few days I've been a bit different. Things that are going on with me I can't really explain right now, but mentally it always feels like I'm in a battle with myself. I struggle right now as a Christian in regards to denying myself with certain things, and I feel like I need to just let go of many things in my life and just, come to a place of peace. And yeah, just for all my Christian brothers and sisters out there, if you could pray for me, I would really appreciate it. So yeah, today's video we're going to be reacting to is called these are the events that will happen before 2050 according to this video. So let's get into it and let go.
This real-life lore video is made possible by Storyblocks. Click the link in the description for an exclusive 7-day free trial and download photos, illustrations, vectors, and more for your next video or artistic project. So as most of us are probably aware, predicting the future is a very difficult business to be involved in. Unanticipated events can always change what we thought.
Hold on. What did he just say?
A very difficult business to be involved in. Unanticipated events can always change what we thought would happen, but we're still free to make our best educated guesses with the means that are available to us. With that in mind...
Alright, let's go back to the beginning. Fam, I feel like there's something I missed. Something I missed which I can easily answer right here.
Next video or artistic project. So as most of us are probably aware, predicting the future is a very difficult business.
Now, he said predicting the future is a very difficult business. No, it isn't. All you need is one of these big bad boys. This is my study Bible. Or you can have just a normal Bible, right? And just read into it. The prophecies will tell you about what's going to come in the future. Now, the prophecy talks in the future that there will be a chip in, not a chip, but there will be a marking in your hand or your forehead, so that you can go and buy and sell. So what the Bible is saying with this is that society will one day come to a point where we are cashless and we buy and sell using a mark in our hand or our forehead. And now if you look at society today, it's definitely heading towards a cashless society. But anyways.
To be involved in. Unanticipated events can always change what we thought would happen, but we're still free to make our best educated guesses with the means that are available to us. With that in mind, here are the events that will most likely happen before the year 2050 for you to look forward to happening. Starting out just next year in 2018, 2 new countries may emerge in the form of New Caledonia and Bougainville.
What? 2 countries have just formed. That's a bit mad,
in the Pacific, as they hold independence referendums from France and Papua New Guinea, respectively. The FIFA World Cup will be held in Russia, and NASA...
Oh yeah. England got sent back. France won, I think. Yeah, that was mad.
Will deploy the James Webb Space Telescope, which will be significantly more powerful than the Hubble Space Telescope. In 2019, the United Kingdom will officially leave the European Union.
Every time I see this, it just makes me want to cry.
And the FIFA Women's World Cup will be held in France.
That's interesting. That is very interesting. I don't know any women footballers, though.
The next year in 2020 will probably be quite eventful. The Jeddah Tower in Saudi Arabia is scheduled to be completed, which will become the new tallest structure in the world at a full kilometer tall. The Summer Olympics will be held in Tokyo, and Bigelow Aerospace plans on beginning construction of the first ever space hotel that will be able to accommodate...
That's crazy. Would I go stay there? I don't know, something about space just creeps me out. Going outside the Earth and living outside the Earth it's weird, it's strange.
6 very wealthy guests at a time. In 2021, India is expected to launch their first ever manned space mission. And the following year in 2022, China plans on constructing their first very own space station. In addition, the FIFA World Cup will be hosted once again in Qatar, and the Winter Olympics will be hosted in Beijing, China.
Beijing. I've been to China, beautiful country, would definitely recommend visiting there. I want to go there again, man.
In 2023, the copyrights on the earliest Mickey Mouse cartoons will expire under current US copyright law, but 2024 will be much more eventful. The company SpaceX ostensibly has plans on launching their first rocket carrying cargo to Mars this year in preparation of a future manned mission. At the same time,
Why people are planning to go repopulate Mars or something, I believe. Like, why? Why can't we just stay on Earth? I know Earth is full of evil people, but as long as humans are in a certain area, evil will always exist amongst them, you know what I mean? Especially being in these bodies. I don't know why. What are they doing on Mars? It's cold there, bro.
the International Space Station will probably run out of funding in this year and be decommissioned as a result, although this
Wow.
may be delayed until 2028. Finally
Wow.
this year, the Fehmarn Belt fixed link will be completed, which will provide a direct rail and highway link between northern Germany and Copenhagen in Denmark. In 2025, the Giant Magellan Telescope is scheduled to be completed. It will be the largest observatory in the world at this point and have 10 times the resolution power of the Hubble Space Telescope. In addition, the UK will have completely phased out all of their coal power plants.
I remember going to where was it? Where was I going? I completely forgot, man. I was going to France, and we were traveling in this thing called the Eurotunnel, and basically it's like a train, but you bring cars on it, so it's like a car train, and a train for cars. It costs like £45 or something to use it, and then it goes kind of under the sea, and I was expecting to see like hella fish and all of that there and stuff, but unfortunately I couldn't. That's what I was expecting to see, and yeah, all that jazz. Don't know why I told you guys that, but it was pretty cool being under the sea and not drowning. You know, I felt like a fish because I could breathe as well. Yeah, I'm gonna stop talking.
Next year in 2026, we'll possibly see SpaceX launch the first ever manned mission to Mars if everything goes according to their current schedule.
I don't even think that's actually gonna work out though, not gonna lie. Mars is cold, Mars is all the way this far from Earth, like, yo, a humanity trying to explore the whole universe, because, yo, fam, it's big. God's creation, fam, we just can't comprehend it.
NASA also has plans to send a manned mission to visit an asteroid this year, and construction on the Catalan Cathedral Sagrada Familia will also be finally completed. Construction on this epic church began all the way back in 1882.
It's random though, because I was actually just speaking about God, and then suddenly the next thing they come up with is a church. I don't know if it's a Catholic church, but, you know, the thing I like about, I don't believe in the Catholic doctrine, but the thing I like about the Catholic church is just the architecture's pretty, it's beautiful, you know, I mean, it's, architecture-wise, it's probably the best temple, the best religious temple to look at. You know, I plan to visit the Vatican City and just look at that in Italy one day.
Which means that it will have taken 144 years to finally complete it this year. In 2027, 10 years from the current year if you are watching this in 2017,
9 years from this current year.
the SpaceX crew that launched the year previously will finally arrive at their destination, meaning that we might witness the first ever humans to set foot on Mars this year.
That's interesting. We'll see what happens in it. It'll probably blow up on the news.
Also, the full autopsy report on Elvis Presley, which was agreed to be sealed for 50 years following his death, will finally be made publicly available this year.
Why would someone make an autopsy of their dead body publicly available? Isn't that a bit like, I don't know.
In 2028, the Summer Olympics will be hosted in Los Angeles, California. At near the end of the decade in 2029, the cities of San Francisco and Los Angeles will be connected by a high-speed rail line that can transport people from one to the other in just 2 hours and 20 minutes. But when the 2030s finally arrive,
You know, that's going to be a scary time. 2030s, I'm going to be an old man. I'm going to be old. What day? It's 2018 now. I'm 21. So 2028, I'll be 31. Dang. You know, I'll be hitting my mid-30s and probably hitting my 40s by that time.
We'll all be in for a very
Do you know how scary that is? You know how scary it is being old, fam?
interesting decade.
It's like, the thing is, it's just round the corner as well. Like, there's gonna be so much that happens between here and then, but it's just round the corner. Life goes so much faster, like, as the days go by.
At some point this decade, NASA plans on launching their own manned mission to Mars. So if SpaceX failed to accomplish this in 2027, then NASA will probably land the first humans on the Red Planet sometime around now. China further has plans on launching their own manned mission to the moon sometime during this decade as well, and Russia has plans on landing their own cosmonauts on the moon in the year 2031. Skipping ahead to 2036, however, and we arrive at perhaps the most ambitious upcoming space project called Breakthrough Starship.
Why is this all about exploring space, fam? There's nothing else, fam. Just exploring space.
Without going into too much details, the plan should be able to send tiny spacecraft to the Alpha Centauri star system, the nearest other star to Earth. A planet inside the system, Proxima Centauri b, is located inside of the habitable zone here and could possibly be home to some form of alien life.
Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if we did have aliens. But the thing is, I don't think they're going to be like how Hollywood shows them to be. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if there were to be aliens, as one of this YouTuber guy I used to watch, called Bible Flopbox, he said that the reason probably God's not allowing us to communicate with them is because we are corrupted with sin and they're not. So if we were to like come in contact with them, then we'd obviously influence them badly to do what we did. You know what I'm saying? Like,
when the tiny ship...
But I can't verify that. It's not necessarily credible. It's just an idea in my head. Do you know what I mean? It's an idea in my head, not influenced by any books or anything.
Ships are hopefully launched in 2036. They will arrive in the system 20 to 30 years later and can take detailed photographs of this mysterious planet. In 2037, we may see the first summer where there won't be any ice in the Arctic.
What? That's gonna be crazy.
And by 2040, France will have completely banned the sale of all gasoline and diesel vehicles in the country. In 2042, the world population will have probably reached 9 billion people, while Americans of European ancestry will become a minority group inside of the United States for the first time.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. Like, races, yeah, we be mixing, man. They're mixing right now.
This year will also probably see the advent of the world's first trillionaire as well. And in 2044, the works of J.R.R. Tolkien, including The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, will enter into the public domain. 2045 is the estimated year of the technological singularity according to the famed futurist Ray Kurzweil, meaning that this may be the year where artificial intelligence will surpass human intelligence.
But it's artificial. How can something created by a human be more intelligent than a human? You see, these are the things I don't...
Which could lead to enormous and unforeseen changes in society. In 2048, the Antarctic Treaty will come up for review, which could lead to mining and oil industries opening up on the continent for the first time.
Yep. That would definitely destroy the planet.
And finally, we will arrive at the year of 2050. By this point, half of the Amazon rainforest will likely be deforested. About 70% of the world population will be living in cities. About half of the global population may not have access to clean drinking water.
Oh yeah, they've always been talking about water. Water's always gonna be something. Like, someone spoke a prophetic word, you know, that there's going to be a time in the future that, you know, tap water won't be really clean anymore. You know, so it's best that we start stocking up on bottles of water now or something like that.
The average global life expectancy may be 76 years old. There will be super smart artificial intelligences that will be even smarter than humans. Self-driving cars will likely be normal, and
self-driving cars, I look forward to that. It's scary though. How does that work?
A new
How do you give a machine a brain and a conscience? Like,
world of possibly hundreds or even thousands of people will be living and working on Mars.
it's like even test tube babies, artificial pregnancies. Even that baffles me, man. Like, we've gone in a weird direction. Knowledge has definitely increased as humans have gone along in time.
There are things to be both afraid of and excited for in the future, so let's make sure to work as hard as we can in the present to make our future the best one that we can possibly imagine. So this number right here is how much these last few images would have cost if I had bought them from a traditional stock image provider. But thankfully, I get my images and videos from Storyblocks. With a Storyblocks membership, you can download and use as many images as you want from their enormous library of over 400,000 photos, vectors,
I don't get it. We got Google Images.
icons, and more. Since I started using Storyblocks for real-life lore about 2 months ago, I've used 81 different images from their library. And best of all, once you download an image, it's yours forever even if you decide to end your membership. Without Storyblocks, it would have cost me $1,175.50 to have used all of these images. But with them, I've only spent $99 so far. There's truly no way that my videos would look as professional as they do without them. So whether you already have a YouTube channel or you're looking to get started with a channel, then Storyblocks will help you out tremendously with your production value. I can genuinely say that it's one of the best purchases that I've ever made since I started real-life lore, and I've used images from Storyblocks in all of my videos ever since. You can try out Storyblocks and download whatever images you want from their unlimited library for 7 free days using the link below, or by clicking the link in the description. This is not a publicly available trial, so please go and check them out. Not only is this a great way to help support real-life lore make more videos, but you'll also get to download incredible images for your next project entirely for free for 7 days. So you have nothing to lose by going ahead and checking them out through this link now.
Alright, to be fair with you guys, I'm not downloading it because, like, I'm not at that level yet, to be fair. Like, my videos are not popping like that. But yo, many things that I've seen in this video is like, we focus a lot on human intelligence and what humans can do, but we don't focus enough on, I'm talking as humanity collectively, not individuals, on who our creator is, where we actually came from. You know, evolution's just a theory, that's all it is. But where did we actually come from? We were created by something which is bigger than this universe, which is infinite in power, which is all-knowing, that he is able to create a race of humans who are weaker than all predators on the earth, but yet we have the intelligence to trap these predators and put them in cages and train them to serve us, you know. So we have an amazing creator, you know, Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. You know, the world was created through him. And you know, the thing is, human beings, we're always trying to figure things out on our own instead of looking to the one who created us. You know, and there's a book which is inspired by his spirit called the Holy Bible. And from this we can read what's going to come in the future, what's going to happen. You know, how are humans going to be, how are humans going to behave, how are humans, you know, going to survive and things like that. Because looking at from what's happening now, you know, we are coming really close to the end of the world. You know, the way knowledge has increased, that we're going to and fro on the earth, which means like we're able to travel to places really fast, all parts of the world easily by taking a plane or a helicopter or a ship. You know, we're in that time right now. So it's like, things are crazy right now, man. So my advice, right, in fact, this is something I say, take heed, guys. Repent of all the evil things you've done. Find God. Find the true God. I'm not preaching religion to you. I'm just saying find the true God. I promise you, when you do find him, you will realize that it is Jesus Christ. That's my advice, man. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate all of you who are here today. But yeah, man, like, fam, this world's crazy, yo.